What is that? What is that? Why is it on the ground already, man? That's not cool. I don't like that. What's up, guys? So it is like 4:30 right now, super late start. Just got back from the 240, which was covered in snow, by the way. Had to get some more gas for our heater because it is actually really cold today. If you guys missed yesterday's video, we were using this Tessa tape, and actually I just realized that this is kind of like interior tape. I just hope it's not going to be too, I guess, delicate for the engine bay, because they do make like high temp stuff. However, this is not categorized as high temp. I guess we'll just kind of have to wait and see what happens to it, but for now we'll still roll with it, and we shouldn't really have any problems. But let's just get rolling, man. It's a big day. I really want to get this whole engine harness. Today I'm going to focus on this engine harness, man. I just want to get this out the way, complete and done. So obviously you guys can see we are in the restoration process, so all this stuff just looks gross, you know, like we ripped off all that nasty garbage and we replaced it with some nice, super nice looking Tessa tape. Let's go ahead and let's continue this, and I'll take you guys a little bit more step by step through how I'm doing this and kind of going about it. So, because I'm sure this is something that you guys would like to do with your car. At least I would like to think so. This kind of stuff is really awesome. It's like the minor details that really set your car off apart from others. Just a little difference that you can tell, like, hey, he actually did something custom here. So just get rolling, man. Alright, so actually the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and do, guys, is just dissect this whole little ECU box here. Apparently I've been talking to Brad, the wizard, who he will be tuning this car, by the way. I'm super stoked. The plan is to possibly be able to buy a Haltech. As of right now, it's looking like it's gonna be a 750. If I can somehow manage to finagle a 2000, definitely going to 2000, but yes, we're going to Kentucky very, very soon. But he told me that that we don't need like any of this. We don't need any of this. We don't need this. Like this whole harness here. There's 2 plugs and then 3 ECU. At least, hang on. I could be totally wrong. I could have interpreted what he said wrong. But he said, I think we need just these 3 main engine harness, because these go to the engine harness, and then these 2 just seem to go down here. Let's tear this apart, however the hell you do it. It looks like a damn fortress, man.
Okay.
Huh. Look at that. Made in Japan. How about that? As long as it doesn't say made in China. How funny would that have been? So after further kind of inspection, this one right here, this little, okay, so just a quick heads up. So these 3 right here go to the ECU. These 2 are just kind of little, I don't know what you want to call these things. I'm not even really too sure what they're called. Terminator plugs or whatever, I don't know. And then these 3 plugged in to those 3 right there. So I'm thinking, I found one here, it looks like, to me it just seems like it could be a starter wire or some sort of a starter signal on this plug right here. So I think we'll have to go ahead and pin into this or tap into this to get our key signal from our car, the Z, to actually send the signal to the starter from the key. Like OEM, you know, we want this car to work like factory. We're not trying to have a switch panel and you know, push buttons and, you know, flip switches just to get our car to start. We want this to be like a factory swap. Yeah, this is kind of it. It kind of sucks there's all this extra stuff here. We will do what we can to kind of hide it and make it look nice, because as of right now, I'm kind of thinking, I hope that the harness and the ECU kind of lie in this area, because I could then mount it, you know, somewhere, I don't know. No, because the radiator is going to be right there, huh? Start ripping off all this loom tubing, guys. First is the first, I guess, task in hand. Man, I'm so like cramped for space in here, man. I'm sorry about this. All right, I gotta sweep, get some stuff out of here. I gotta say, there is, you know, we have more room than I thought we would up in front of the car. I could probably roll it back some more too. All right, guys, here's a very quick reminder and a very important thing you guys should do, and I just started doing it luckily with this 2J build. Take pictures before you start disassembling stuff. So luckily I was able to figure out kind of where I am, you know. So these, I have figured out, these little weird looking plugs are like our coil pack plugs. So, however, there's 3 of them, you know, because we have like 3 coil, and there's like, you know, 3 coil packs, and they kind of power 2. I don't know how it works out. JCs are weird. This stuff right here, these 2 plugs are twin turbo things. So I can tell because if you look here, there's the harness coming out of the coil packs, which is, you know, and it's funny because you can see the little blue tape under that connector. We have that blue tape under this connector, and it's the exact same one. So after we come out, which is, you know, this is the coil pack, this is the back end of it. Once we come out, we don't need any of this stuff because this goes straight over. If you guys follow it, it goes over here, up here, to like the twin turbo stuff. So we're no longer getting into twin turbo stuff, obviously. We're going single. By the way, that thing's still for sale. New turbo will be here Tuesday. So I am going to go ahead and just delete these because they're just, you know, there's no need to add clutter to our harness. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them. It's nice, man. I'm able to kind of decipher where everything went just by looking at pictures of before and after. I still have yet to see where this goes, but I'm sure it'll all make sense here. But it's soon. Just want to show you guys how brittle, just real quick, all this stuff is. I mean, this is loom tubing, right? Oh, I think it just breaks apart in your hands, you know? This stuff is usually pretty damn strong. Yeah, look at it just crusting off. Ugh. Alright, so, holy shit. Dude, this harness, dude, having the same problem as TJ did with his build, man. Like, I remember I watched this one video, I forgot, this was a while ago now. One of his videos a while back, he was going through his harness and he found the same issue. And his car was running like absolute crap, I think, because of it. Check this out, man, this is gnarly. So, and I honestly forgot about this whole issue. Obviously, you know, I just wanted to make it all look good. But tearing apart, oh my, guys, these are the coil pack wires, okay? So you guys can see, you know, not bad there. I haven't even uncovered that yet. This one, look at that. Exposed wires. Those are literally, they're literally touching. Like, those two are touching. They could arc. Like, that's not, you know what I mean? Same thing here. Arc. Look at this one. Guys, this is serious. TJ, I see you, bro. I see you, homie. Oh man, look, dude, like there's more uncovered wire than covered wire on this final one. This is insane. The wire itself is not brittle. It's the actual looming itself. It's the shielding itself. All right, guys. So I'm not really entirely too sure how TJ went about it, but I probably, you know, like I said, the wires weren't burnt. It was just, I ripped away all the crusty insulation and went ahead and put some electrical tape on both ends. So now we're both good to go. And then we're going to go ahead and kind of electrical tape them both together, like so. And we will be freaking golden. So how I'm figuring if it's crusty or not, I just run my finger and just kind of run it in like a 90 or just all the way down. Wherever it kind of cracks or snaps, that's where you know she's a little brittle. But otherwise, we're all good to go right here. So if I was gonna, I did attempt to remove the actual wires from the clips. However, these are so fragile. I actually broke, if you guys can see on the left there, this clip right here, it actually broke as I was removing the actual little locking mechanism that holds the crimp in, or like the wire connector, whatever you want to call it. So I figured I'm not gonna go ahead and do that. So what I was gonna do is just put, you know, wrap, like, what do they call that? Shrink tubing, heat shrink, whatever. Wow, that's nuts. So yeah, it came out pretty damn good though, so check this out. I'm pretty happy with it. Looks really, really clean. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, let's now try and get this thing installed. I'm just curious as to where the hell we're gonna mount our ECU, because that's what this kind of goes to. We have a like 90% wired 2J right now, which is insane. All right, guys, just a quick rundown. It's actually it's amazing how clean a JZ harness is from factory, and now that we actually wrapped it and made it look even nicer, it's crazy how clean it actually really can be. It's tucked really incredibly well. So I guess if we start over here, the one thing I'm not really too sure about, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is like a MAF. This is kind of wild. I'm not really too sure how I'm going to utilize this with my single turbo setup and my intake and stuff like that. We have our alternator harness right there. This guy, no idea. This guy, no idea. This guy actually goes to like what I believe is like a NOx sensor or something like that. Coming up, we have coolant temp sensor, and that's it pretty much. And it's awesome like how tucked it is. It gets tucked inside the valve cover. Check out that fire hardware, by the way. We're coming down here. You know, it's nice. We have our VBTI, and then it kind of goes into the abyss. But you know, we got our something to do with our throttle up here. We have our actual throttle. This actually needs to come off. I have to go ahead and get like one of the drive-by-wire delete plates. We'll go ahead and do that pretty soon. We have a bunch of stuff down here. We have some AC stuff down there. Here's all of our ECU plugs. So I'm trying to decide if I can, or where to put them, you know? Like I said, AC stuff, we have some power steering stuff. That whole like gnarly like plate that I was telling you, that I was showing you guys, the thing about if I was gonna delete like the actual housing or not. I'm glad I didn't, because that bolts up really nice and it's tucked up really sleek. Can you guys hear it? It's right under here. They have all of our injectors. It's kind of tricky because they alternate like brown plug, brown plug, gray plug, and they're not all in the same line. But the nice thing with engine harnesses, guys, like it's pretty hard to mess them up. I guess technically you could, but like they only really go in one certain spot, you know what I mean? There's nothing really that you can kind of mess up plug-wise. As long as you get the orientation and where it goes right, you're pretty much golden. Now the only thing I really have to figure out as far as the wiring goes is what wires need power and ground and stuff like that for everything to switch on, and the ECU and all that switch stuff and the key and this and that. So there is some, damn, it looks good, right? Holy brother. And once that fender goes, damn man, like that red and white contrast, holy. Eventually the car probably will be white, but for now, wow. I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna install one more quick piece, two more quick pieces technically, for today's video and just be done, guys. It's 11:45. I started at 4. You guys can see how long this stuff actually takes, you know, and look at that. That's all my harness right there. I mean, that's a, you know, that's a lot of stuff. I definitely put in some work. I went through, what, 2.5 rolls or like 2 1/4 rolls of tape, including this. So really not that bad, man. Really not that bad at all. So let's go ahead and install a couple more little parts and pieces on this 2J. It's coming along really well. Out of our pile of parts here, I think this is what we want. I don't know if you guys are aware or not, but our OEM lower cover, like lower timing cover, was absolutely disgusting. Like, it was like slimy, and even if you cleaned it, it was still slimy. It was really weird. So we picked up another one. This one's super new, brand new from Toyota. Nice and new. It's not like all bubbly and weird. Oh, that's just, oh, that's good. God damn, man. I'm just blown away how gnarly this all looks, man. And I did this. Like, in here, somehow. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is amazing, man. This blows my mind. This is so unique and it's so cool, and you know, it hasn't really caught on YouTube, I guess you could say, or whatever, but I don't even really care, you know. This is amazing. For those that you guys that have been watching, have been supporting, have been commenting, have been liking, whatever, it means the world to me, man. And you know, I know some builds online just blow up like overnight, you know, and it's awesome. Like, that's so cool, but you know, it is what it is. And I think this is really amazing. I think this honestly is like a slapped on build. I'm gonna be honest, you know, like, I think this is super unique, super cool, but regardless, it doesn't really matter what I think. Whatever, guys, I love it. I'm having a blast. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. It's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to get this thing out in the streets, which will be coming up very, very soon. So that's gonna be it for today, guys. We got a lot of stuff. Well, I mean, we made a lot of progress because this stuff took a lot of time, and it's nice that we finally finished it and got the wiring in. And honestly, you can't even tell. Like, looking at the engine, you can't even tell that it's wired up. You know, like, it's that clean looking, which is it's what we want. We want to keep these sides all nice and empty. We'll probably tell us a catch can in the back there, but everything else will be super clean. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna cut it here. Hopefully you guys had a good one. Tomorrow we'll probably dive into radiator, just more stuff. So I'll see you guys then. Have a good night. Take it easy. Peace.